This is our new goalie net we built. If you saw our other video, we had a wooden one where the pucks drop down. This new one we built actually returns the pucks to you if you hit it into one of these holes. So like the other one, we have the 4 corners, 2 in the top, and then 2 armpits. So you can see here as we shoot the puck in, it'll come right back, pretty much straight back to you every time. The only exception is the smaller holes up top are a little tougher here. You'll see in slow motion, just because of the angle in here, it's a little tough to get it to come straight back, but at least it comes back close to you. So we'll go through in this video and just kind of show you the basics of what we built here. But it's a normal 4x6 goalie net with the 4 corners, a couple armpits, and a couple in the top. So you can see if you get a good shot, they come right back to you for the most part. And it's nice because you can kind of practice, even one-timers or just at least, getting the puck back and playing with it. So, like I said, the top one was a little tough. But here's our old one. And this one was just made out of wood, and the pucks just kind of drop down in the bottom. You can go watch the video on this one. But after a few thousand pucks, you can see it's taken a beating, starting to kind of fall apart. So we decided let's make it out of HDPE Plastic, which is what they use at the rinks, on the front, and then same with the slots. So where the puck goes through. So basically, this is 1/4-inch HDPE plastic. It's about $100 for a 4x8 sheet. I got a couple of them at a local plastics supply company. And the first thing we did was build a prototype to kind of play with the shape of the channel. To get a nice smooth transition with the puck. So we built this prototype, and Nathan here, practiced. So it's 2 foot wide plywood cut, 2 foot wide, 3/4-inch birch plywood with some 2x4 pieces to kind of screw the bend and screw the plastic to. So did a few tests and played with the angles in there to get the puck to come straight back. So you want those walls to be pretty flat towards the end there. So here is now this is actually flipped upside down. That's actually the top. So there's your 2 corners, and then the middle piece, which is the armpits. Okay. So again, there's the top, and then there's the 2 armpits in the middle, and then the bottom. We had to cut the bottom of the plywood out because you want the puck to stay on the floor and go through the bottom. So that piece is kind of like a little island, and we'll basically lift the piece up behind it, put it on top, put everything in place, and then screw it all together. Because again, you don't want it raised up like that because it would just hit the plywood. So we had to cut it out, and then you can see that we use 2x4s to kind of support everything. So again, there's the top 2 pieces. There's the bottom in place, ready to go, and then we just lifted that up. It's all just 2x4 screws. Countersunk the holes for where we screwed into the plastic, so we had nice smooth channels. But 2 walls because if the puck's bouncing around in there. So there's the old one. We pretty much imitated the same pockets, and we'll put the front face on. It'll make more sense in a minute. But instead of having the pucks drop down, the whole idea with this is to have if you do make a shot, into one of those pockets or holes, the puck comes back to you. So here it is all assembled. This is the back side of it. We don't have the front on it yet, but that's basically what it looks like. So you basically got 3 layers. The middle layer is 2 feet. The top and bottom are 1 feet. So that gives you your 4 feet. So it's a regulation size 4 foot by 6 foot goalie net. So again, there you're looking at the back. And then here it is from the front. So what we did first is put 1/2-inch birch plywood. The left side. So 4x8 sheets, I cut them down to 6 foot tall, so you get an extra foot on the outside and 2 feet on the top. And on the left side, you can see I've already cut the holes to match the openings. And what I did to do that was I cut smaller holes like you see are on the right, then reached in with a pencil and traced the exact opening because I want it, really smooth. You want that puck to be able to go in there. So I just reached in with a pencil, drew a line all the way around, and then unscrewed it. I just temporarily screwed it, and then made the final cut. So you see like here, and then I just did a little bit of sanding, okay? But I just pre-cut the holes so I could, match up the openings by tracing it. I couldn't obviously do it from the backside because it's basically a tunnel. So I took those off, I cut those holes, and then I got 2 sheets of 1/2 inch HDPE. I actually got these from a local rink, and they sold them to me for $15 a piece. Normally these are over $200 a sheet, so that was a pretty good deal if you can find some used stuff. So then what I did is I temporary tacked it to the plywood, and then did the same thing, traced the openings, and then took it off and actually cut them. So there's the bottom sheet. And then here it is all assembled. I did the same for the top sheet, and then screwed all of that to the base. You can see, and I countersunk all the screws, screwed it in really good because this thing's going to take lots of shots. And then for the bar, the red bar, I actually just used red tape, red masking tape. So here you can see down the tunnel, kind of what it looks like. There's the smaller slots in the top. And there you can see going down the other side. So this HDPE is hard to paint, and the tape seemed to stick really well. So I just stuck the red, actually duct tape is what it is. Okay, so you can see the openings and what it looks like. So it actually worked out pretty well. And it should hold up for a long time. Unlike the plywood, this is going to last for a long, long time, and it should be a lot of fun.